Hey all, this is Martin from howtomakemobilegames.com on May the 14th, 2015 on a Thursday here in China. Hey everyone, just a quick note to say that my apologies for not catching up on the channel and the forum so much recently. The past week I've seen a bunch of comments on the YouTube videos and I do read all of them. So thanks so much. I think I seen a comment from, I think it was Martin, on the recent video, which one was it now? The dilemma of ads, talking about ads in games, and I had also seen you guys sort of talking together on there. So I am always reading those comments, guys. Thank you so much for helping each other out, supporting the channel, watching the videos, and I am reading all of them. I've also received a bunch of emails recently about some people who are interested in working together with Cobble Play and joining the team. So I have seen all those emails as well, and I've just not had time to respond to them, but I have seen them all. So thank you so much to you guys, and I'll hopefully be able to get back to you at some point as well. So it's not because I'm ignoring the emails, it's just because this past couple of weeks have been ridiculous, busy, and I need to build some kind of system where I'm not always so busy. I need support, basically, not just on the development side, but on the publishing side as well. So, but yeah, thanks again, guys, and also the forum as well. I've not been on there for ages. Oh my god. So I hope everyone is still finding something useful in the forum, and people are managing to sort of get questions answered, or just meet other cool guys in the industry and connect and talk about your experiences. So anyway, on to today's video. This is about iTunes now has their analytics section. You might have, if you're on iPhone, you might have seen this recently. I'll go to the section just to show you guys. It's there. Basically, when you go into your iTunes Connect page, you'll see like a beta app analytics site. This morning I saw an email, they said it's now open to everyone, and this is pretty cool. I only started to check this out just the other day, okay, and it's basically the analytics for iTunes Connect. It's its own first-party internal tool, and it's similar, I think, to tracking analytics sites like Flurry or Google Analytics for Google. And I've just started to delve into this, so I thought I'd share a video on my initial findings and ideas. And I was going through this anyway, just as we speak. So I thought, hey, might as well do a video on this one now, and see what we can see. So internet has been so terrible today. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm going to open the window as well. It's getting a little bit hot now in China. Really starting to warm up. Last night I had a terrible sleep, I think partly because of the humidity, just the heat. I had to turn the air conditioning on at like 5 in the morning. Really did not sleep all night. And you guys have heard me complain about the internet before, and this is what I have to deal with all the time. Oh my god. This is so annoying. I'll just try and connect to my VPN and see if that helps. The internet has been a little bit faster in here recently, though, because oh, there we go. Okay, so I don't know if that was because of my VPN or anyway. So so this is cool. What it does is it gives you a list of all of the apps that you have in your account, and then the very interesting metrics that I'm looking at the moment. So App Store views. This one is cool, and this is the first time I've seen this sort of data. So this is the amount of views that your app gets, and when we say views, that's when the person clicks on your app in the search and then goes to your page. So if your app appears in a search result, that's not this number. This number doesn't include that, but it's when the user clicks on your app or game and then views your page, which contains all of the details, the screenshots, the release date, the ratings, and so on. And now this is very interesting as well. This is app units. This is how many installs your game got or app got. Now this is why I'm interested in this. Look, 2,000 views. This is in May so far, so from the 1st to the whatever we are, 14th today, and 2,000 people, or 2,000 views on the link on the game, but only 266 installs. So roughly like a 10% install rate from somebody actually clicking on the on the app in the search results. So that really needs to improve. Now, this could have come from a website, this could have come from Facebook, it could have come from our cross-promotion, which isn't a huge amount, to be honest, but still, this is such a low rate. So this is really good information for us to improve our install rate. Here, this is much better, but why is this much better? I mean, 1,100 views and a 408 install rate, so what's that around? I'm trying to figure that out. Is that around 35% or something? But this is only like a 10% install rate. Chocs Muffin there, even better. 913 App Store views and 405 installs. So that's about a 45% install rate. So let's just look at some other data as well. This one's pretty good. Oh, this, I think it's better than Sniper XXX. The reason I'm looking at that one is because it's one of our bigger games, but we're not getting that many installs. I mean, this one has had, Chocs Muffin has had less views but more installs. And why? Why is that? Is it the screenshots? Is it the description? Is it the keywords that we're targeting? Maybe yes, maybe no. Wave Light, that's about 600, 200, so it's about a 33% install rate. Go Kill Doodle Stickman, around 20%. Let's go and take a look at You Escape Sometimes too. So this one is one of our bigger games now as well. 330 App Store views and 85 installs. So what is that? That's around about 25%, I think. So 25% of the people that saw the app listed actually installed it. You can see here as well the other stats. These are what is this one? Let me take a look. So this is, sales and then sessions. So this is the number of boot ups. Opt-in only means that the user only opted in to give those statistics. So I'm not really watching this right now. I'm mainly interested in the App Store views and the app units. So these two statistics here. Let's take a look at Playcade as well, since that's one of our other big games. 268 views, so very low, and then only 50 installs. This is in May. So there's definite improvement here. I mean, if I can get like a 50% install rate because of screenshots like this one here, look, I mean, 139 views and only 4 installs. So that's extremely low. Again, another 10% here. Maybe because the keywords are not correctly targeting, maybe it's better, even if it got less views, it would get more installs with better keywords. So, there's a lot of good information here and a lot of improvement. So let's click on this one. So let's click on Sniper XXX and we can go into the details of that page. I'm really curious to know what you guys think of this, whether it's something that you found very useful so far, if it's something that you've not yet discovered, and hopefully we can share some good information. So this is sort of like the drill down view. So this is, I think this is all time here. This is all time data. So 8,000 App Store views and only, let's just say 8,000 and 1,000 installs. So what is that? That's like, God, I can't even calculate that. What is that? Like 10% or something? 12, 13% install rate. So that's really low, really, really low. And what I've done down here is I've clicked on May, so you can choose like the weeks, the days, the months, which is very cool. I can select last week or I can select a specific day. But I've chosen May so far. So I've had 2,000 App Store views and 266 installs, so roughly around a 12% install rate for this one. 745 sessions so far. Again, that's only opt-in, and then this is active devices opt-in. This is pretty cool. It's kind of what I guessed as well, United States being the biggest territory, so a lot of improvement that can be made here, like across all different countries, South America, China, Russia, everywhere. Maybe getting customized descriptions in there or localized descriptions into the different languages. Keywords, maybe even updating the game to include specific languages, possibly. So let me think what I want to look at next, guys. Like I said, I'm doing this video on the fly. I just opened up this morning and took a quick look, so I thought I'd make a video at the same time. Let's take a look at the we're looking at May so far, aren't we? I actually updated the description just the other day. I think it might have been the 13th or the 12th when I did update the description, and that was a little test to see if the install rate would increase with a new description. So what have we got there? 151 App Store views on May the 12th. and on May the 12th, 16. So actually, even though the App Store views increased, but the downloads decreased there after I added the description. Now it could be that it needs to be done on the 13th. I need to check on the 13th because of the time difference. So I'll take a look tomorrow as well and see how that goes, because this is, to be honest guys, this is something I've not really focused on before, App Store descriptions. That sounds so stupid. I mean, I know App Store descriptions do have an impact on the downloads, but it's just, I've always focused on sort of like icons and screenshots, but sort of shifted the description onto, you know, oh, people don't really read descriptions, leave it. Maybe a big description will do better, maybe. So that's something to really watch and to track well. If you update a description, because you can update descriptions on the fly in iTunes, you don't have to submit a new app. So it might be that you add a new description and then you see this number increase, like the number of app units installs ratio. So they're really good information here. Metrics, I think this is even more details. This gives you graphs. Not really delved much into this one, but you've got App Store views by day as well there, as you can see. So 215 on May the 10th. I guess that was the weekend, was it? Yeah, that was a Sunday. So Saturday here, Sunday, and then obviously Monday comes down, and then 12th is the Tuesday. Yeah, so I guess app units, I don't think, because I'm sure I updated the description on Tuesday or Wednesday, so I don't think I would have seen the impact just yet. So I guess because this might still be updating, but I think on the 13th, which was yesterday, on the Wednesday, I'll start to see some kind of change here. So I'll get back to you on this, guys, and see if the description did have an impact. In-app purchases and sales, and then usage and sessions. I won't dip into those right now, but like I said, these ones are the real metrics that I'm watching right now. Sources is the other one as well. So where did the install come from? This is the other very useful tab on this section of iTunes. So hopefully this will load now. So where did the download come from? So this is very interesting and useful, and something that we need to sort of dip into much more. And I'm going to share this with our marketing guy as well, Naeem, and he can take a look and see how this works. So this apps.fm, this is actually a cross-promotion link from Flurry. So for example, in our game You Escape Sometimes Too or Playcade, we have a link to Sniper XXX, and that is apps.fm blah blah blah. There's a long code, and what it does is it links to this game. So I can see it came from the cross-promotion. I can see it came from our other games. And the interesting thing is as well, 24 clicks and only 4 installs. So, well, that's roughly a 20% install rate, so not massive. But if let's take a look at all time. Let's get a little bit more of a. Oh, I don't think I can get all time. In fact, I think I can only. Okay, let's take a look at April then. I don't think I can get all time on there. So there we go. So only 44 views and then 10 installs. So what's that? Roughly 20% install rate. So that's a little bit better, but still cross promotion not massive, not having a massive impact. What we might start to see here is I'm wondering what will be tracked here. I don't know what will be tracked here. For example, if we post on twitter.com or facebook.com or howtomakemobilegames.com, will this appear here, yes or no? I don't know yet. This is something that I really need to figure out. So I don't know. Oh, this is a download thing. I don't really need that at the moment, do I? So let me just cancel that. Okay, so that's just to download the data. Top campaigns. This is something that I just clicked yesterday. I just took a look at yesterday. Another very cool marketing feedback tool. And I've not got any data in here yet, but what it does is it allows, from what I can tell, is it allows you to create a link. And what you can do is create a campaign link and then post that link on Facebook or Twitter or forums or wherever you want to paste it, in email. So you do marketing. And then later what it'll do is it'll tell you how many installs came from this link, which is very useful. Now it's called, what do we call it in the other sites? The sources, or I've forgotten completely, my head isn't working right now. Attribution, that's it, attribution. So what you can do here is, I believe the way it works is, for example, I can type in like Facebook post on May the 14th, for example, all right? And what it'll do is it'll generate the link here, and I can just copy this link, and I can paste this link on Facebook with some screenshots or just the link on its own. And I don't need to, there's nowhere to actually save this link at the moment, so I think all I do is just copy this link. And then after 5 installs, it says here, after 5 installs, you'll start to see some data, okay? So if I go, let me just go back to this page. Now, the interesting thing here as well, guys, is that I actually posted on the 13th and 14th, I posted on our Facebook page, which has like 1,500 or 2,000 friends, and check it out, no installs, no data has been tracked from that link, okay? So, what does that mean? Does it mean that either that the post on Facebook isn't being able to be tracked, which I don't think would be the case because a lot of people use the Facebook app, or is it that the posts on Facebook just don't have much impact at all? I mean, there's nothing here, there's no data, so and it says that it requires at least 5, installed by at least 5 individual app IDs, but not even 5 people have installed it. Now, there could be a tracking delay. It could take 2 days for this data to come in. So I'm interested to see how that goes and see if there's any impact at all. But that's a real eye-opener. If we're posting on Facebook and we're just not getting any installs, or we're posting on Twitter with absolute 0 installs or very little installs, then it allows us to direct our marketing somewhere else or focus on something else. Because the problem is with Facebook and Twitter and social marketing now is that I think a lot of people have developed ad blindness. So whenever they see an ad, it's just like it gets channeled out of their brain and they never click on it. So this is very eye-opening data. If this remains empty after I've posted links on a few sites and there's absolutely 0 data, it could mean that iTunes just can't track from websites, or it doesn't track from like the Facebook app. Do you know what I mean? If somebody clicks on the Facebook app or Twitter, then it can't track the install, which I don't think is the case. But that's going to be a real eye-opener, because it looks like so far the top websites, the ways that we're getting the most installs is really from like our cross-promotion here, which is this one, apps.fm. So I might update the link on our forum as well and see if that gets some data, but that's very, very interesting. So I'm going to start to be looking into this like day to day and try to optimize it and see where we're actually getting some impact as well. And then this last page is retention as well. Now, usually we see this data quite a lot through sites like Flurry, but you know, I think it's much better to get it just directly here because, well, it's already integrated, and then we don't need to bother with certain other SDK integrations. So the other thing is, like with Flurry, I'm wondering how this is going to impact them, you know, or Google Analytics perhaps, because now that this is inside of iTunes Connect, we don't need to integrate any kind of third-party SDK, which saves us time, and it saves on the size of the file as well, the actual game file. So yeah, but very, very interesting stuff. Very good feedback data. You know, the App Store views to install ratio, very, very interesting. The sources, also very, very interesting. I'm going to be watching that closely. So, guys, I definitely recommend checking this out, and it would be great to share some information on the forum or even on the YouTube channel. I always read them, like I said, and get to know what's really working and what's not working. Because this, look, I mean, 8,000 views and only 1,000 installs. That really needs to improve. I would love to see that number come up to like 8,000 views and 4,000 installs. Improving screenshots, description, and really getting people to download it. You know, a call to action on the screenshots, like, you know, install this now, or you know, free for 3 days, or whatever it may be. What really makes a person click and install is this is going to reveal some really, hopefully should reveal some good guidance on how to do that. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get back to work now, but I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you do, and definitely let me know what you think of this, guys. It'll be very, very cool to share some information and figure out how to best utilize this new tool. So big thumbs up to Apple as well for introducing this. I think it's great, and if there's any feedback, I think there's a feedback tab somewhere, so I might get in touch with Apple and give them our feedback as well. So anyway, guys, have a great week there, and I will speak to you soon. Happy developing.